So we're just out here in Clourful looking for some Cape cacos, and these are just a pair of Amplexus clicking stream frogs. Oh, another one just joined. You can actually see, if you look really closely, there's actually an egg mass right next to it. But as cool as these guys are, these aren't what we're looking for, so we're going to carry on. Oh, here comes another one now. He's back.
So I'm not too sure how well the audio is going to come out here. There's loads of clicking stream frogs in the background. But yeah, this is just a pair of Cape sandtoads. I've seen quite a few in this little area while we've been looking around these little flooded wetlands. But yeah, first pair that I've seen in Plexus. Pretty cool. Gonna see what else we're gonna get after.
So this is clearly the place to be if you're a clicking stream frog and you're looking for a mate. Because we've got 1, 2 in Amplexus over here. We've got 3, 4 in Amplexus. We got another sort of like visitor to that breeding pair over there. Oh, there's another breeding pair in Amplexus over here. So just in this small area, there's 6 or 7 frogs. If you look really close, I don't know if people see it on the phone here. Those are actually the egg masses of the eggs that they're busy laying in this sort of flooded grassland here. So yeah, it's super cool, seeing a lot of nice frogs. I think this is really going to be just, and as you can see, we're right next to a busy highway. This is really going to be the start of a really busy sort of frogging season here in the Western Cape. Awesome.
So that didn't take long. This is the first Cape caco that I've ever seen. First time come out looking for these guys. They're incredibly elusive, so super stoked to see this guy. Gonna see if I can't get some better video real quick.
So this is our gold frog, the Cape caco, Cacosternum capens. They also call it the Cape dainty frog. As you can see, they're absolutely alien-looking frogs. They got this really thick, sort of pronounced warty skin. They're quite a decent size compared to most cacos, as you can see by my finger in the background there. But yeah, this was our goal species for the evening, so super stoked that we managed to get a couple. I've got 2, and I think Oliver's got another 1 or 2, so I'm going to carry on getting some photos of these guys and let them go. You can hear all the frog activity in the background. That's clicking stream frogs, which are pretty much the most trashiest of the trash frogs in the region, so we're not too worried about those guys. But yeah, super stoked. We are going to carry on and see what else we can turn up. So the search continues. See if we can't get any more Cape cacos, Cape sand frogs, some sand toads, some clicking stream frogs. You can see this has obviously been stepped all over by cattle, but the frogs don't seem to mind. Of course, anywhere where you go herping, there's trash. Cool, just spotted another Cape caco. You can see he's just down here. He was calling, but then he just he just bumped down there.
So this is the Cape caco hotspot. Just after finding that other one just calling on the water surface, just found this beautiful individual. You can see how nicely it's marked on the dorsal there. Pretty cool.
Here's just another look at this Cape caco, Cacosternum capens. Really crazy looking warty skin. Yeah, we got a. So we found a couple more of these Cape cacos. I just thought I'd show you what the belly looks like. They've got these insane looking bellies. Have a look at that. I'm just gently holding it, so I'm not hurting it or anything. But yeah, they're absolutely insane looking. Going to just see, he's absolutely fine. Just going to release this guy really quickly, and then we're going to get going. We've got to be home before 11 p.m. since they have extended or declined the curfew, so we got to get out of here.
So it's only just after sunrise and we're almost at the top of Casteelport, and we're heading on to Table Mountain to see if we can't turn up any herps. There's the first underwhelming herp of the mountain. Just a Cape River frog. But he can go back. Just to do more frog things. Yo! So Oliver just flipped this spotted harlequin snake. You can see there's a whole bunch of old millipedes and stuff here. This is quite a small one, you can see in relation to my hand. But yeah, it's super cool fun. I'll take him out of here and get some footage of him before he gets away, and I'll give you guys a closer look. So here's just a close look at the spotted harlequin snake that Oliver just flipped under that rock. A really sort of unassuming rock after it just walked up the entire mountain and not seen anything besides a couple of frogs. These are also like strikingly beautiful snakes with this sort of orange stripe all the way down the spine. This is just a really small one, as you would have seen when we flipped it, but I mean, if you have a look, see if I can get my finger in here for reference, my thumb, you can see how small they are. They're absolutely tiny. Cool, as you can see here, this is just a relatively small puff adder. I just got it, it was in someone's garden and they wanted it sort of removed from the garden because they had dogs and things like that. But yeah, this is pretty typical for young ones. As they get older, particularly here in the Cape, they develop these rich, bright yellow and black sort of contrasting chevrons. Probably one of the few really dangerous snakes in Cape Town. They bite a lot of dogs, you know, when they get into gardens and that sort of thing. So best for this little guy, for me just to sort of remove him and just relocate him to a safe area. I'm just going to get some photographs and then I'm just going to let him go as he stands. So I'm trying to see if we can't turn up any dwarf chameleons. They typically love sitting on these restios, which are these tall sort of thatching grasses. Although it's a little bit late in the day, they typically sit right on the top in the hottest parts, but I don't see any in here. But there's a couple more and these other sections, so we're going to check them out. So I should have totally just carried on filming, because I just walked to that restio that was in the other video, and as you can see, there is a Cape Dwarf chameleon. He's just really dark and he's hiding behind the branches there. Yeah, he's really dark, sort of in his, when they get ready to sleep, they go in these positions. You can see he's got his tail wrapped around the edge of the restio just for leverage. See if we can't get a better look at this guy. Cool. It's just look at that little chameleon we managed to pull out. Saw one yesterday at the spot that we got all the auroras. This guy's quite dark. He's got some nice sort of white striping on him, but typically they're these beautiful sort of emerald green colors. So he's just walking around, see if we can get a nice look at him. But yeah, he is a good looking animal. We're just gonna get a few clips here. I'm just going to let him go back on his way. Having pretty poor success flipping today. Actually, I think it's a bit late in the day. Oh, there's a clicking stream frog. Strongylopus grey, super common. You typically see quite a lot of them, so again, I'm not going to take this guy out. He's actually got quite a nice yellow stripe on him, but yeah,
Just gonna put his log back and carry on. So I was just tossing over this grass pile. It's just sort of cut grass that someone had dumped here. Turned up a really nice Cape skink. I let the smaller non-patterned one go earlier because I just wasn't catching them. But as you can see, what I was talking about earlier, they've got these really nice strong dorsal patterns, sort of dorsal lateral stripe along the back, with these sort of black flecks, and they're actually really really impressive looking skinks. They just are super common, so no one really gives him much attention. But I'm gonna let this guy go. Ow. Why? I just want to let you go. But I'm just gonna let him go back in this grass pile and carry on. So I just flipped this giant log, and there we have a pretty nice looking western leopard toad. He should be almost ready to come out of his sort of underground chamber, because there has been quite a lot of rain, and with the sort of rain coming up in the next several months, he should be out and about doing his breeding thing and hopefully creating more western leopard toads. But yeah, I'm not gonna pull him out or anything. I'm just gonna leave him here, and we're gonna carry on and see what else we can find. Just got another marbled leaf-toed gecko. I don't know how clear this will come out in the footage, but yeah, just a little one. You can see it's got a nice full tail. But gonna carry on and see what else we're gonna turn up. So that was pretty much it for the spot. I'm going to photograph that little gecko real quick, and we are going to carry on. I don't have much battery left, so we're going to see how far we get. So right down there is just where I got the little marbled leaf-toed gecko. Just after I stopped filming, I just flipped this log, and there's a really nice little young olive snake. You can see they've got these really nice sort of dark heads and these beautiful greeny olive colored bodies. Really attractive snakes. They get quite large. They get to about, here in the Western Cape, probably just over 80-90 centimeters. Quite prolific feeders. You know, they eat just about anything: rodents, frogs, lizards. But yeah, gonna get some footage and gonna let him go back under his log. So here's just another look at this young olive snake. You can see she is really small. It's quite cold. You can see the movements are quite slow. Usually they're all over the place, and they're moving around. But yeah, I'm gonna grab a couple of camera photos of this guy just before I put him back under the log. So I just flipped this little Cape skink. It's actually quite interesting. In this area, a lot of them are quite dark like this. They don't have any dorsal markings. Typically they have these strong dorsal lateral striping, as well as on the flanks, and the ones in this particular location are just generally always plain black like this. He's trying to kill me. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't turn up any of the normal ones, and I can show you guys what the actual difference is. So I might just hang on to this guy for a couple minutes, see if I can't turn up any of the strongly patterned. So the great log flipping continues on the sort of ecotones of the forest here. Trying to see if I can't see any little geckos or anything like that, but I can't see anything. But it's pretty much getting late in the day, so we're gonna call it pretty soon. Just have to sort of scuffle through. Oh, there you go. I think it's a little western leopard toad. Can't see. Whoa, it's a breviceps. Damn, I haven't seen one of these in ages. This is the Cape rain frog. They also call it the giant rain frog. It's just because it's the biggest species of the genus, but this is, yeah, breviceps gibosus. You can see he's pretty much the saddest looking animal you're gonna see. And yesterday we actually saw a newborn, well, a froglet rather than a newborn, I should say. But yeah, this is pretty much a sub-adult. They do get, well, this is an adult, but they do get quite a bit bigger. But yeah, I'm going to get a couple of photographs of this guy and put him back under his log. Awesome. So here's just a closer look at this Breviceps, the Cape rain frog. As you can see, they don't really do a heck of a lot. The limbs are pretty small and not well developed for hopping or jumping. In fact, they can't hop or jump. They really just sort of waddle along on the floor. They typically only come out after the sort of heavy rains, and they sort of cruise around looking for mates or to feed. But that's, yeah, the sort of rainy season now in the Western Cape is coming into full force, so they should be out with a lot more sort of force and vigor. But as you can see, since I started filming, he hasn't even moved. I promise you, he's not dead. Unfortunately, he's covered with sand. I'm just gonna see if I can't just rinse him off really quickly and give you a better idea of what he looks like. So I just cleaned him off a little bit. He was just covered with a lot of sort of dust and silt. But yeah, you can actually see he's got some really nice sort of dorsal markings. Unfortunately, the saddest looking face of any reptile or amphibian you're likely to come across. But yeah, like I said, they don't, typically when you unearth them like this, they don't walk around, and they don't do anything really. But yeah, as you can see, he's just sort of living the fossorial frog life and just not doing anything. Yeah, pretty cool. I'm just going to put him back under his log. I managed to get quite a few decent photos. Well, we'll see how decent they are once you process them. But yeah, pretty stoked to see one. I haven't seen one of these for quite a while. Apologies for the noise. We're at a public area, so it seems like there was a dog fight. So we're still, there's a burrow. You see what I was talking about earlier with these rain frogs? When you flip things, they typically leave burrows, but I think this is an old burrow. There's no one home here. Wait, what is moving in there? Oh, it's just an insect. But yeah, so they would dig these burrows pretty much as often as they need them, so they won't just stay in one place for all that long. But I was hoping this spot actually looks quite good because it is in the shade. But nope, there's nothing, just trash as usual. Cool, so have a look at this. These are these two ridiculously tiny newly metamorphosized Cape rain froglets. Obviously froglets because they're still super tiny. I mean, you can get an idea of how tiny they are compared to my hand. But yeah, this is super cool. I managed to turn up one yesterday, about 60 or 70 kilometers from here, in a totally different sort of habitat. This is, so if you have a look, it's all exotic sort of pine trees and pine plantations. So this is really not good habitat for a lot of local species, but these guys seem to be thriving in the damp pine needles, so that's pretty cool. So my camera is really going to battle to focus on this little Cape rain frog because it's just absolutely tiny. I mean, if you look at my thumb for comparison, they are just ridiculously small. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Managed to turn up 3 in total today. I'm gonna start winding up and heading back to the car because I've got a bit of a trek to go. But yeah, I'll see if I don't find anything else. I'll keep you guys updated. And yeah, it's pretty much, the lights all but faded, so I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, filming is becoming pretty difficult. Just walking past some of these bushes and shrubs, seeing if I can't spot any potential sleeping chameleons. But other than that, I'm gonna head out, and thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.